So managers sometimes get a bad rap. A lot of times we talk about the difference between management and leadership, and the conclusion sometimes seems to be that leadership is better. But there are a lot of great managers. So, what does it actually mean to be a great manager? First, I want to talk about how people actually get into a managerial or a supervisor role. Almost to a T, people end up in a supervisory or managerial role, their first one, because they are good at the thing. They are a great individual contributor. Maybe they're a great accountant. Maybe they're a great roofer. Maybe they're a great doodad maker. Whatever it is, they're really good at the thing that the business is doing. And so then they get promoted. They say, well, if you're good at doing this, then you'll be good at helping other people do this. But what we know is that being a manager or a supervisor is a completely different skill set from most of those things. Here's the thing though, if we're trying to figure out whether a manager is great, the way that we measure that is by their people. Are her people engaged? Are they committed? Are they productive? Right? The outcomes of the managerial role are the outcomes of the people. Sometimes that's a tough pill to swallow because for most people who've been great individual contributors, they've been able to control the outcome in a completely different way, right? It's much harder to control people. And it's much easier to assume that people are completely responsible for their own outcomes. But the outcome of management is, in fact, the people. So if as a supervisor or manager, you have some people who are not engaged, committed, and productive, the good news is there are a ton of things that you can do. Today, I want to give you two hints. Okay. The first one is the simplest, but sometimes also the most difficult. For people to be at their very best in the workplace, they need to feel seen, known, and valued. I'm going to do several more videos digging into that a little bit deeper over the next month. But for people to feel seen, known, and valued, they want to understand what you expect. They want to be recognized. They want people to see that they have a life outside of work. All of those things matter. The easiest way for most supervisors and managers to begin this process of making sure their people feel seen, known, and valued is what we call the one meaningful conversation a week, right? This might sound minimal and it might sound silly to even focus on this, but one of the things we find is that a lot of managers and a lot of supervisors only have quick, fast conversations with their people all week. And it's generally just like, hey, do this. Hey, did you get this taken care of? It's very tactical. So as a manager or supervisor, if you can focus on making sure that with each of your people, you have one meaningful conversation a week where you ask them a real question about how they're doing or what's going well in their work or what they feel great about, what they wish they could do more of, if they understand their expectations, any sort of question that gives them an opportunity to expand just a little bit on how they're doing. Listen, this can be a 5-minute conversation. It's kind of amazing how just a 5-minute conversation, as long as it's meaningful and allows the employee to give you some real information about what's actually going on, can go a long way to people feeling seen, known, and valued. So this is a great place to start. If you are looking at your people and going, man, I want more engagement, I want more commitment, I want more productivity, what I want you to do is go, what is one thing I can do this week to make sure each one of my people know that they are seen, known, and valued? If you're interested in digging into this further, I would love it if you would comment below or send me a quick message about what is most interesting about this topic to you or what you'd love to know more about how to get your people truly engaged and productive.